Let's talk about Birth, Rebirth. This is a film about a single mother and a childless morgue technician that reanimate a little girl from the dead. I think it's a really smart idea for a horror film. I don't think I've ever seen, Frankenstein's monster as a baby.
Yeah.
But this film goes there and does pretty interesting things with it. I don't know if it's the most satisfying horror movie, but there's some cool elements to it.
Very cool elements.
What'd you respond to it?
I think it's pretty much I think the elements are so strong, and I get exactly why every character does what they do. You got one person who's just a creepy weirdo scientist trying to do some creepy weirdo science stuff, and you have a mom who's just desperate to believe something being true that will never be true. Like, kid died of meningitis. That is your brain swells, and there's nothing there. That kid's gone.
It's not coming back.
The kid's not coming back. But there was so many little things that were unsettling, like it not being able to handle silence anymore, so it needed to constantly have some kind of stimulation going on. If you left it alone for too long, it would get violent because all the impulse control's gone. Just so creepy and horrific, and then some really weird stuff though, the bathroom.
Well, I mean, this is the film that somewhat notably got shut down, at least at one of its Sundance screenings.
In Salt Lake, where somebody knocks out because they were
so bad.
Well, here's the thing. If I could spoil a little bit of it. Birth, Rebirth is the story of a doctor who realizes that she can have a cycle going on where she can continue to make, let's call it, a fountain of youth serum. And it's in that process that she could do by herself to advance life that I could see someone being very disgusted by it.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's when they went. They said it was during one of the more disturbing scenes. I think the only thing, I don't know, there's something with an arm.
I guess.
But I can't imagine where it would actually, I don't think it was that.
The premise is grotesque.
It is a grotesque premise.
But the characters have to be the absolute dumbest characters possible, and that's where you just lose it.
Yeah.
Well, I know that it's way too over the top, but if you're going to do an over the top premise, then you need the straight characters.
Yeah.
They just didn't have that. The mom was just like, oh, this is a crazy thing that you did. What's next?
Yeah. But what would a mother do though? What would a mother do if the kid was there and breathing in front of you? And you got two options. You're either this is horrific, I'm shutting this down, or maybe there's a slight chance.
There is a slight chance. You ain't making deals with the lady who just did all this.
Yeah, no, that's true. I agree.
I think they kind of tried to have it both ways with the characters, in that we were introduced to the Judy Reyes character as more of the reasonable one, and we're introduced to Marin Ireland's characters more of the out there one. And then at a certain point, the plot and at a certain point, the plot asks them to sort of flip their roles in there. And I don't feel like the characters felt specific enough to buy that flip. Right?
Fair enough.
And that's maybe when the movie goes off the rails a little bit, but there's still some really cool stuff happening.
Yeah, it's a really cool title. The poster's also really awesome. So it's it may not be the best horror movie, but it's one to catch if you're with a group and you wanted to see who's going to be the first to knock out.
And it's interesting. I like the concept. It is interesting.
I hate how dumb the characters are.
That's fair.